Hi everyone, and thanks for clicking on today's video. This is Nay of Nay's Daily. If this is your first time to see this space, please make sure you like, you subscribe, and you hit on the notification bell so whenever I upload a video, you'll be the first to know. Guys, pardon the noise, the birds is because I am outdoor. So on this channel, for those who are new here, we do videos on sterile processing, we do videos on lifestyle, we do videos on immigration, DV lottery, and of course my day-to-day life in America. So if you like content like this, please do endeavor to click on this channel. Remember to subscribe so that you can see more of these videos. And today's video in particular, I'm basically going to be talking about, not basically because it's not easy, so I'm going to be breaking down sterile processing, the definition of sterile processing, who a sterile processor is, the roles and functions of a sterile processing tech, and if it is worth it. So first of all, before we get into this video, if you have not liked, do me down of liking. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe and hit on notification bell so whenever I upload a video, you will definitely be the first to know. So guys, let's get straight into the video, and we're going to start with the definition of sterile processing. So sterile processing is the process of cleaning, preparing, and sterilizing of medical equipment for surgical procedures. So that is the definition of sterile processing. Keywords: cleaning, sterilizing, preparing. Keywords, keep that in mind. This is going to count as we go into the video. So now the question is, who is a sterile processor? A sterile processor, coming from the name, from the definition of sterile processing, it is self-explanatory because a sterile processor cleans. A sterile processor is the person who preps, who cleans, preps, sterilizes, distributes of those surgical instruments to the OR so they can carry out like surgical procedures. So now we're going to talk about the duties or the roles of a sterile processing tech. So first, it's a continuous circle, and you're going to understand this as I explain further. Guys, I hope the noise is not too much. So let's go to the first role of a sterile processing tech. So when the instruments, this is the first role, when the instruments come down from the OR, what the sterile processors do is they disassemble those equipment, those instruments, they take them off the stringer, they put them on the spread them, like they spread them out, making sure that their tips and all the instruments are open, so that the instruments can properly be washed. So when those instruments come down, they disassemble them, they clean them. After cleaning them, they send them through the washer. Some instruments that are too dirty, they put them in the sonic so that it can be cleaned, because there are some instruments that come down that are really bloody or that have like dry blood stuck on it. So sometimes you suck it in water and it doesn't come out all. So most of the times you're being advised to use the ultrasonic. So most of the times, like, we use the ultrasonic for instruments that are so tough that they are dirt. For instruments that are so tough that like the soil or the bioburden on it cannot come out. So most of the times we use the ultrasonic. So yes, after disassembling them, you clean, that is like spraying water down on it to take out the blood or everything or whatever is on it, like the bioburden, before you send it through the washer. Because if you just carry it and send it through the washer, I bet you there's a high possibility that on the clean side they're still going to receive those instruments with blood on it. So when it comes down, you have to disassemble it, you suck it. After sucking it, you take it out, you spray the water on it, you put it on the cart washer, and you put it on the cart, and then you send it through the cart washer. So that is like the entire process of what goes down in decon. Now after you've cleaned those instruments and you've sent them through to the clean side, those on the clean side, they grab it from the cart washer. When they grab it, not the cart washer, they grab it from the washers, sorry. When they grab it from the washers, the next thing they do is, depending on like, for most sterile processing, in most sterile processing departments, you must scan everything, right? So the second thing is, this is the second part, because the first part we talk about like the cleaning, the breaking down and everything. So now we're going to the clean side, because decon is the dirty side. So on the clean side now is where the instruments come out from the washer, and once they come out, the next thing we do, we're going to grab it, we scan it. After you've scanned it, you bring it to your workstation, you assemble those instruments. So after you're done assembling it, the next thing you do is to put the box or the tray of that instrument on the rack so that it can be sent into the sterilizer. So normally if an instrument goes up to the OR that has not been sterilized, it's pointless, because for any surgery, they need sterilized instruments. I think if you watch like old movies, most of them always talk about like, oh, they have to cook the instrument. So basically, sterilizing it is an upgraded way of saying cooking it. So yes, after it's gone through the sterilizing process, the next thing they do is they put it on the side for it to get cooled. After it's been cooled, so sometimes they leave it there for an hour or more. After they have kept it there for an hour or more to cool, the next thing they're gonna do is they store it. When I was talking about the distribution part, this is where the distribution part comes in. If you're being assigned that day to distribute those instruments, so you're going to go to the storage area. You grab a case card. So a case card is basically like the card that contains all the instruments that are going to be taken up for the surgery. So in that case card, it includes a pick list. A pick list is like the doctor's preferred instruments, like what the doctor needs for that surgery. So on that pick list, you have like various instruments, like this is what is needed, this is what is needed. So you will assign that day to do the distribution. You're going to go to the storage area. You look at that pick list for each item, for each of the items that the doctor needs. You're gonna grab it, you cross it, and you grab the instrument, you cross, you tick it out. Okay, fine, you have gotten that instrument. So after you've gotten your instruments and you've filled up the cart with the doctor's preference card or the pick list, the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take it to, once you've taken it to the OR, the next thing they're gonna do is, after the surgery has been done and everything has been done, they're gonna bring it back to Decon to start the cleaning process over again. So that is why I said it is a circle. So I don't know if, I hope I'm making sense. I really hope I'm making sense. So basically, in a nutshell, I have explained. I spoke about the dirty side, which is the decontam side, where like the cleaning, the disassembling, and the washing and everything goes down there. I've also talked about the clean side. On the clean side is where you do like the assembly, where you sterilize, you prep, you sterilize it, you inspect it, and all that good stuff. And then the next thing I also talk about is the next thing is you sterilize it. So sterilizing it is cooking and making it, you keeping the instrument clean and killing all microorganisms or all bacteria that were on that instrument. Next one is the storage area. So the storage area, after the storage area, you have the distribution side, like those who distribute the instruments, the OR, and after the distribution and when it's being used in the OR, it comes back into the Sterile Processing Department to the decon side because it's the dirty side. So the process, it's a continuous process. But I hope like me breaking this, it makes you like have a better understanding of what the entire department or what the Sterile Processing Department looks like. That is basically it. So the next big question is sterile processing what it? Guys, before I get into this part, if you have not liked, please like this video, please subscribe, and yeah guys, hit on the notification bell. So the next question is sterile processing what it? Guys, sterile processing is definitely what it. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I started with this when I came into this country, I would have gone far. Don't get me wrong, it's not like I want to remain here. I want to grow out of this. Like I want to do something better, but sterile processing is what it for those who just came into the country. Not only those who came into the country, some people take it as a career, and actually they really excel in it. So for it being what it, I'm going to be looking at it in terms of the pay we get from it. So from looking at it like entry sterile processing techs, the least they make, I think, depending on your state. I know that in Maryland and in most of the hospitals I've worked in, the least they make is $21 an hour, $21 or $20 an hour, which is relatively fair, guys. Like it's good. I'm not going to lie, like it's good money for those who are starting up. And if you continue, because it's also based on your years of experience, if you continue in that field for long, you're going to, in no time, you're going to be making the money and a greater cash. That's what personally I do. Is after 2 years I just started traveling. Traveling is where the money is. The bad part about it is you don't have security, because most people like that like the fact that their job should come with security, but when it comes to traveling, you don't get that security, because after 3 months your contract is up. They might renew you or they might not renew you. So it's just like a leap of faith, and that's what I've been doing for the past 3 years now. So, and I'm going to tell you guys that it's actually what it, because as a traveler, right, you can make about 36 an hour as compared to a permanent worker who makes maybe 20, 23, 25 thereabout. as a traveler, yes, you can make about 30, 35, 60. It depends, it just depends on the state. But when it comes to traveling, there is actually money in it. So if you want to do this in the long run, I'm going to advise you to do like the traveling part. Or if not, if you don't want to do traveling, keep going higher, get more of the certificate so that you can get into a managerial position. So that way, at least you're going to be making good money, and you'll be able to see the money that you actually make. So yeah, in the long run, I'm just gonna say sterile processing is what it. But when you get into it, don't get too comfortable. Keep going higher, like rebrand yourself, like change, keep getting more of the certificate so that you can keep going higher. So this is just it. Like, this is what I just wanted to talk about. Like, this is the breakdown part I wanted to do. I hope you enjoyed this video. Some video, because I see so many people are interested in this field, so I just wanted to give you guys like some insights to what this job is all about. Mind you, it's not an easy field. Like, you have to be strong, physically strong, because it entails to a lot of weightlifting. But honestly, it is what it, guys. So that is all I had for you on this one. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much, and see you on my next one. Bye.